I use a habit tracker daily, and I think it really helps me to get my goals accomplished every day, my habits done every day, everything I need to get done every day done. I personally don't use a piece of paper. I can't grab a piece of paper, but I don't personally use a piece of paper like lots of people do. I think it's way easier to use an electronic device. Like you can use your Notes app and have a checklist on your Notes app on your phone. But what I do is I use Notion, and I'm going to show you how to make a basic habit tracker on Notion. And there's also a couple other things that are on Notion that are cool that I use for myself. But this is just some example ones that I made, and let's go into showing you how to do all that stuff. So here we have a basic, simple habit tracker. And so I have 5 a.m. wake up, exercise, cold exposure, so go out in the cold if it's cold outside, or take a cold shower, meditation, at least 10 minutes. You don't need lots of meditation. Journal, nightly journaling at least. Make lunch. Oh, I make lunch every day. Record a video. That's what I do every day. So let's see. We're going to create a new page. So what you would do is, if you already have a thing, so if you create a new page, we would make a table, and this is all messed up because of all the other stuff I have here. But if we make a new table, and we add, preferably there would be nothing here, but what you would do is you would make a new thing. Let's just call it gargle. And then you would open it, and then you would add a property, and it would be called multi-select. Multi-select is the property, and it's basically, it's like a tag. They used to call it tags. I don't know why they don't call them tags anymore. But I already have a multi-select, so you would add a tag to the multi-select. So this would be, I guess, daily habits. So now there's another daily habit, and if you go over here to the habit tracker I already made, now it's at the bottom of that. So if we keep this going, we're gonna go and change this and make a new tag. So you just type something else in, habits. We're gonna create habits, and now that has its own little thing. And then once you have your thing with a tag, you go over to this button over here, the filter button, and you filter by multi-select. And then you check the ones that you want. So in this case, I just want habits. And now you just have your habits here, and you can create a new page. And it's automatically habits. And to add a checkbox, you just add another property in progress tracking, I guess, or checkbox or something. But when you create a table, it should already have a checkbox when you make everything. So that's your habit tracker for you that you can make. And then for a board, I use a board and for my tasks and my weekly tasks and my remember this, which is kind of like quotes, like the path to heaven feels like hell and the path to hell feels like heaven. Choose one. That's what's at the top of my actual remember this thing. I have a ton. I read through a couple of them each morning, every day. Completed tasks. So if you buy your food, you can just drag your buy food over here, and then you can add new stuff over here and stuff. And you can also do the filter thing here. So this one we filter today's task, remember this week task, and completed task. And then we have goals. What I have on my actual one is monthly goals, yearly goals, and lifetime goals. So here we have reach 100 subs, reach 10K subs, have a wife and kids, and buy a pink spaceship and go to Mars. And also you do the filter thing, and when you create a new thing for it, you just create a board, and then you add your filter, multi-select, let's do today's tasks, and there you go, you have just that. So I'm just gonna delete those because we don't need them anymore. And yeah, can make it look just like how this is. This is how mine looks. So you can copy me if you want. This is just an example though. This isn't actually my homepage thing, but you can use Notion as basically your second brain. That's what I like to call it, and what lots of other people like to call it. You dump all your stuff that you can from your brain in there, like what you need to do every day, or your habits for your daily habits, your tasks for the day and the week or the month, a bunch of quotes, completed tasks, your goals. And for me, it just really helps organize my thoughts and everything. And don't worry too much at all about being perfect with getting your habits done every day. I mess up with my habits every couple of days. Don't try and get a streak or anything. I mean, it's good if you do, but you have to really be careful when you do mess up, and you will mess up. I've messed up, like I said. But messing up and not knowing that you can just get back up and keep going, and you should get back up and keep going, will just mess you up in the long term. It will be horrible for you. Just know that everyone messes up, and you should get back up, and it's the right thing to do to just get back up. It's better for you to just get back up than stay down when you're down. And preferably you wouldn't make your habit tracker super detailed just yet. Just go back further in the video and maybe take the 5 a.m. wake up, exercise, cold exposure, meditate, journal, and I don't know, maybe one more thing. But those are the basics the 5 basic things that I would put on there at first. And this can be like your second brain, like I said, or your guide on the path to heaven. And I just take a couple hours, about an hour every Sunday, every weekend, to just look over my Notion and maybe tweak a few things. Maybe you could do that too. I also have a Notion calendar, and it's linked to my Google Calendar that you could also use as well. I also use my hour of time on Sundays to organize that and get everything good to go for the week, so that I can just look at it and be like, oh, I need to do that, and then go and do it. But yeah, that's it. Basic Notion habit tracker. And if you can't do that, then just use a piece of paper, make it look just like the Notion habit tracker. Make your checkboxes for each thing, and you would write all of the things at the top, and then you would have your checkboxes going down instead of the things on the side and your checkboxes going like right next to them. Because you can just check and uncheck these checkboxes on the Notion, and you can't do that with paper. So just write the dates and everything. I'm sure I've showed you before, or you could look up how to do it. But yeah, that's it. Remember that the path to heaven feels like hell, and the path to hell feels like heaven. So pick the right path, choose the right path, and stick to it. And the Discord is the one and only link in the description. We are on the path to heaven there, so you should come join us. It's a good time over there. We support and help each other. I love you, bro.